run it. I can't take no loss, I don't even know what it costs, I hit the ground then it go off, yeah. Hit the ground then it go off, yeah. I can't take no loss, I don't even know what it costs, yeah. I hit the ground then it go off, yeah. Hit the ground then it go off, yeah, yeah. Run it, ooh. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my pen ready. Used to hold myself back, my self-esteem been better. Gotta keep on chugging, ran through everything in front of me. Might smoke bed heavy, got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead, so bump that, it's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up, I'm trying to get it in FT to get them when they're hand and crypto. Learn how to fix that. I don't really hold out of books, but I'ma learn how to fix that. Some opportunities are never come unless you paying attention, so no, I can't miss that. Moving, MVP, I got the record, I might have to prove something. Big jumper worthy, they gon' have to retire my jersey early. Whole crew coming, had to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket, yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits, yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no wins, yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen, putting hours in my practice, I did all that, yeah. I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, I hit the ground then it go off, yeah. Hit the ground then it go off, yeah. I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, yeah. I hit the ground then it go off, yeah. Hit the ground then it go off, yeah, yeah. Run it, ooh. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my big dog, walking big talk, young veteran, living legend, bet I'm better than them. This is my ship, I'm a jacket like Letterman. Y'all better not let them in, they gon' rotate this, so I keep the pedaling. Started a chain, the cycle is heaven sent. This is from God, but I'm not your reverend, not in the pulpit. I'm a pit bull in this element, yeah. Said you gon' pull up, then settle it, yeah. I've been married to this hustle, this is my ring, watch out step in it, yeah. And I ain't even got a yard, but I'ma get it here. Watch out touchdown, pulling plans out the clutch. Everybody getting crushed, the cut down is for us now. Had to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket, yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits, yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no wins, yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen, putting hours in my practice, I did all that, yeah. I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, I hit the ground then it go off, yeah. Hit the ground then it go off, yeah. I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, yeah. I hit the ground then it go off, yeah. Hit the ground then it go off, yeah, yeah. Run it, ooh. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my, yeah. Big time, number 9. Diamonds in my teeth, I got a lot of shine. Running up the number, that's a lot of crime. Try to take it from me, must be out your mind. I'm big time, lot of slime. Smoky in the air, that's a lot of pine. Pockets running over with the dollar sign. Try to take it from me. I don't need rags, I just need more bags. Bought the trip to the store, said I need more splash. On her tippy toes, she could sneak right past. I'm the man of a dream, she asleep on my abs, that's a hall pass. I don't need a hall pass. Watch out for the snakes in the tall grass. Not the one to play with, that's a raw fact. Say a hard head, make a soft, ooh, big time. Number 9. Diamonds in my teeth, I got a lot of shine. Running up the numbers, that's a lot of grind. Try and take it from me, must be out your mind. Oh, I'm big time, lot of slimes. Smoky in the air, that's a lot of pine. Pockets running over with the dollar sign. Try and take it from me. Taste my trip, riding in a spaceship. Work.
Hello, ladies, gentlemen, everyone in between. Welcome to a very special match between RK, Faru and Kings. It's going to be Crimson versus FaZe, and your casters today are myself, Maddantekiller, and joining me is the beautiful...
Oh, it's Pryde. Oh, you call me beautiful. Oh, that's so sweet of you. Oh, that's really nice. Speaking of nice, we're going to have a nice game between these two teams, and for us, we were talking amongst ourselves, so we're just filling you guys in for the first time. We find it quite rare to see Icebox being the first map, so we're in for a treat right now, and so are you guys in chat.
I believe the way I was wording it is definitely Icebox, and we had the general consensus of Icebox is usually like a third pick. Icebox is kind of like, you know, either you really want to take the momentum away from someone or you really want to gain the momentum, so you leave it for the third map. But a first map pick from either one of these teams or both of these teams means someone is very confident. And I'm excited.
Exactly, yeah. And we see some with the team compositions here. There's one thing to note. I think WaVe has no Sage, so I actually am always curious about how that usually goes. As a Sage player myself, I find that Sage is pretty integral to the way Icebox functions. But of course, in VCT and other things, we've seen Sageless comps. So, and there's a lot of other things. We're going to get into the match, and then we'll see how all the agents differ and what they bring to the table here. And we're going A.
It looks as well, we were saying earlier, there is no Harbor breaking up the comps. Harbor has just been released, but I don't think any teams are going to be really confident about it. So Harbor's been missing, but speaking of confidence, the teams are very confident just to push right onto site. That is Crimson with a really strong push. Sam D and a lot of Reyes having to be pushed back at the site. Our Luck running in with a frenzy, gets the dink, but Sam D's going to take him out. Oh. King's able to get really good classics onto Miznes, beat him, then get Viper diffs. Donger gets the refrag, and Donger taking the last two out, and that was a quick first round.
Yeah, and that's typically how Icebox goes, right? That maze area, it's honestly like a clogged pipe. It's sort of like weird. It's not your traditional choke. You can go left and right. And at the beginning, from what I got to witness, I really thought the attackers there were going to have a strong advantage and just be able to push up. But you never know, right? In Icebox, if you have enough util or, you know, you push out with them, you can kind of get them stuck there, and it makes them second guess. They're going to go like, oh, do we want to rotate off this, or should we just brute force this? And I think we saw an example of just brute forcing there, and unfortunately for the attackers, it just didn't really work out there.
It can be really tough, but going A again, because Pryde was saying, I think we just missed it. It can be a bit, you know, just go A, just keep going A, then occasionally go B, and then get killed by the Viper, and then go A.
Yeah, you gotta
the rule of Icebox.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to be seeing now kind of a slower push up here. Everyone's obviously playing a bit more patient because the attacking side do not have much in the way of econ. Not much in the way of a Sova either. What a shot from Rez.
Yeah, Rez still holding belt, and I think it's a good idea to hold that belt because obviously KO is just situated up there, but there's two up here on pipes here. It's like a shooting gallery here at the carnival here for Rez. There's so many targets. Never gonna go use the headhunter there to take down Plants Mario, and there's just Mizmes just down there, just sort of by the entrance to A. Just again, this is the hesitance where you're like, we have the spike down. How are we supposed to go grab that and move along? And then you go take the belt here, and you know it took a while for them to get those picks, but you know you're gonna be able to finish it off with a 4K here from Rez with that headhunter. So looking really strong here from Rez.
Absolutely. I mean, if we just take a quick peek at the scoreboard, Rez with a 4-0, halfway to his ultimate already, and I mean, Chamber's ult probably should cost about 10, to be honest.
It feels like it should.
I think that could be a fair balance for it, but you know, the ult economy kind of starting to live up. Difficult as well at 4 and 8, so maybe within, depending if anyone pops off this round, we'll see a few more ults start spiraling, and then potentially the victory just expand for Crimson here, as we're 2-0 already, and now with a full proper buy. Surprise, surprise, it's an A push. Let's see what happens.
Definitely going to be an A push here. I like the Boombot there going over the pipes to clear that left side here, and Donger's just content with just chilling backside, waiting for them to push up. It's up to the attackers, right, to come up and make that first move, so the defenders can just sort of sit back, they'll get it, but okay, Plants Mario getting a pick here, and looks like, I think for the first time, the spike is going to be able to go down here on A. But look at these 2 flanks. This is so crucial. I think when you try to defend and you come from like screens and heaven, right? That's kind of predictable. They're going to be able to counteract that, but that's where flanks come in.
Oh,
but, oh no, I'm terrible. It's not terrible at stopping the flank, and that's how that's going to go.
But is Terrible going to realize there's 2, or is Terrible going to think that's it with 1? Sam on the swing and difficult. Mizmez immediately getting the re-switching onto Sam, but that is another diff we've seen. Rez finding Mizmez and Plants Mario through each other? Collateral? Question mark? So now it's just up to beat him to get the defuse, but the Viper mollies are lined up. KO's just standing ready to pull the trigger, and that's the first attack side for WaVe.
Yeah, WaVe was doing really well there. That was super tough for Beatum to be able to like do a dent there and try to defuse, because there was no sight lines on where anyone is. So it's this constant like, you know, I just have to go for this and see what happens, and you know, already at that point it was kind of checkmate. 2-1 here
it can definitely just be, if you don't have that info, you know, particularly if everyone can die so fast and teams can get caught up on exactly who was where, you can find out very quickly that even if you've got positional advantage on the site, the knowledge might just be lacking. And now we see actually just a default in, which I think is actually a much stronger play in Icebox that a lot of teams don't give the credit for that it deserves. If you get that pick on mid, you all of a sudden do have access to a lot more of the map. You can go under tube, go to B that way. You can get around the Viper util that way. You can maybe just push through up to A. You can take kitchen control. There's a lot of space. But speaking of pushing onto A, Plants Mario tries to get it, but Sam D's ready and just takes the head clean off. No issues.
Yeah, Sam D holding their post right there. So the default's great because you kind of split them up, right? But at the same time, like, you know, it's just sort of tough there. You got like just kind of holding it, right? Because you want to default, you want to try to get to an empty site. Then there's like, you know, it's over there to hold it. Nice stuff from Rez, be able to get a pick there on mid as well. And this is looking a little tough here for the attackers. They're just sort of stuck here. We do see Luck just sort of chilling on the A site, probably waiting for the team to regroup. But if you look at it from the minimap from our perspective, they're just everywhere. They're holding B, they're holding mid comfortably. And you know what? Has Sam D even moved yet? I think Sam D is just chilling in the same spot.
He is set up shop, and he is not moving until he gets another pick or killed. And looks like Luck might try and facilitate one of those two, depending. We'll see how the push goes. The side push is quite clean though, but there's a lot of angles to clear. Donger on top of the stage wall, good for one. Falls! Seriously messes him up. Terrible's able to get him, but Sam D and Rez simply clean up afterwards, and that puts us to 3-1 on the side of the defense. What a push, and then what a collapse onto the push.
No, exactly. And very lucky to have that Radiant box be there too, right? You know, if you ain't going to clean up with the one person, then you can definitely get the trade there through the boxes, and that's exactly what we saw. That's why that default plant, it has its weaknesses, right? You are going to be in a position where you can potentially be wall-banged. I think we used to see that in the previous B site of past builds of Valorant, where, you know, you could plant and there was that, I think
there was like those two Radiant boxes. Right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. They were put there as well, and that meant for some cheeky wall bangs if you could get it. That Sovaro needs to be shot, and it does. King's not going to get found out. They might not check this corner. They run past. He checks.
Oh, but it was weird. He like checked, but then kind of like disregarded it regardless. Like, that's the worst feeling when, you know, like sometimes people, and this is more like info for like, you know, lower elo players. Sometimes like you don't want to check haphazardly or like kind of muscle memory check. You want to be very clear, like with diligence, and go like, I'm gonna clear this just to make sure. Because some people just do it like muscle memory and like clear, 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 and then when someone is there, they kind of double take and go, oh wait, someone was there, and then by then it's too late, right?
It's the checking with intent was the way one of my friends described it, and I think that was something that stuck. Checking with the intent of clearing the angle, because as you said, you know, Rez swung and then kind of looked and then realized, oh no, or not Rez, sorry, Mizmez kind of swung and then went, oh no, there actually was someone there. But on the KO as well, like the KO did double take as well. I don't think he was ready for that to work so well. The util's coming down. The Sova drone's going to be seeing a lot. The stuns, the knives. Oh, that's Mario is gone. That is a hell of a rocket to start off the push. We're going to have to see if they can pull out, because that has been an explosive start.
A little tough there. That for Molly is preventing it from being able to strafe to the left there. But again, there's no flanks here, so we know that they're going to be up heaven, and we know they're going to be in screens, just positioned back there.
Well, Terrible certainly doesn't know that all the way faced. He is a bit scared, and he's playing it with it for good reason. There has been flanks before, but he doesn't know that right now he's committing to a 3v. Well, I'm sorry, a 1v2 on the site. Beatum is able to swing in and get a massive amount of picks, but the lineups are here. Maybe too late?
Maybe too late. Okay, that's nice. And beautiful stuff. Nice shots there from I'm Terrible. I don't know why you want to be called I'm Terrible. Maybe it's to psych out the enemy team, because I'm Terrible's leading the frags for WaVe here right now. And you know, like, you know, sometimes you don't need lineups per se, like to do like all right in some, like, especially in your ranked games. But at this level of play, you know, when we have scrims, it's kind of the expectation that any characters with strong, effective lineups, you have to learn them, right? That won them the round, essentially. It got them off the spike. Otherwise, you'd have to dry swing that as Viper, and, you know, it could go wrong. There's too many variables there. So nice stuff with the lineups.
Absolutely awesome. I do agree. You really do have to, you know, in your ranked games you can get away with it, but when you are doing something like this, you've got to play the most efficient you can. Speaking of efficiency, that Sova Dart catches 2 of them immediately. That's going to let them know that there is a bit of defense waiting on A, but they're still pushing into it. King with an incredible shot on the luck, plants Mario, returning the favor with a judge to the face. I'm Terrible. Once again, not so terrible, unsure who's telling him this, gets a pick onto the stage, and the Viper ult comes down as well. This is gonna be big. The Viper ult's coming down, and I mean, you don't want to push into that.
It's really tough. I like the advancing Viper wall too. On attack side, you kind of want to use it to take back that space, right? And that's exactly what we see here. We're going to be able to get a plant here. Not necessarily default, but here on the right side here. And they're all kind of bunched up. And even though we see where they are clumped up, of course, from the player's perspective, they have no clue. They have no info on where anyone can be. So they're just sort of like shooting in the dark. You know, needles in a haystack right now. And you just kind of have to wing it. You got to push in. I like this going through ropes, though, to come from the back, though. Oh, goodness, it's a 1v1. And, oh, my goodness, beat him.
Pryde finding 2 through the Viper ult. I don't care if I can't see you, I'll have enough bullets to check. And sure enough, doesn't run out of the bullets. Getting the op as well. That's the upgrade for Crimson. And that's going to be 5 and 2 for your defender side. WaVe not making it easy, though. Definitely no flawlesses, no kind of team aces. You know, WaVe have definitely held their own so far. And I don't think it's wise to call it as anyone's particularly having a strong or weak game.
No.
Well, could definitely change that.
It's also, too, like, you got to consider, like, depending on from team to team, right? Some are better on defense, some are better on attack, so things can obviously switch on the half size. And you and I have commentated games where it looks so lopsided, but then we're proven wrong throughout the course of the map. So you never know here. They're all playing very exceptionally well here. Nice, good stuff. Suppressing and detecting 3 agents here, knowing that this is likely to be kind of an aggressive B push here.
Viper's able to get out as well, very key, not caught by the KO nade. The wall can go up, the orb can go up, she has all of her util to play with. But King's able to just sit there with the ult, you know, knowing he's slowing them down, and it depends exactly how these picks are coming out, how these peaks are going to come out. Beatum's just slowing them down there with a Viper Molly. Awesome, a swing from King is perfect to take out I'm Terrible. And that immediately leaves the attacker side 1 man down, and there's smoke as well.
Yeah, it's so difficult. Not only did you just lose your smoke, but of course throughout the course of this, you've obviously had low eco. We just see a Ghost, a Spectre, and a Classic to their names right now. I don't really know what kind of damage they could do, except for maybe get a pick and steal some weapons here. But oh, look at this, lined up. Ooh, Rez, just a little bit.
Rare miss.
Rare miss. It's the kind of the way he swung out though. He kind of half swung out. But now you could just sort of sandwich him right here. Pinch him. There we go. Luck able to get a right click. That's going to be something. It's not going to be a flawless here. It's going to be a, you know, take those 200 creds. You know, why not? And
take those 200 creds. Take those weapons off, because who knows, it could be the difference.
Yeah, and here we are. With that save now, we're going to be seeing another shot at a gun round here. These are the crucial rounds I think that happens. It's like after a save, when you do get real rifles and stuff like that, real full util and all that, these are crucial. You need to keep that economic momentum flowing in your favor. So this pressure is really here onto the attacker's wave when there's only like 4 rounds remaining, including this one, right? So you have to make something happen here if you want to make this a lot more even between the two teams.
Oh no, it's gonna be difficult making it a bit even with, once again, I'm terrible going down first. An amazing shot from the ult from Rez, nearly making it a 2-for. We're gonna have to see if they can push in with only 4 players. It's gonna be difficult. Making use of the KO flash now that the left click is a lot more team oriented, the right click being nerfed so that you can't just pop flashes KO quite as effectively anymore. Still quite useful, but nowhere near as strong. King taking that generator push on the Plants Mario.
Oh, this is so tough. Did this wall, like, that wall was so effective there. It kind of, like, pushed them back. We weren't able to easily retreat, and that, well, there it is, right? Easy stuff, and now it's 7-2. I mean, okay, you know what? I can't tell. I have to ask you, what map is faster? Is it Icebox or Bind? I feel like...
sometimes
dear. I feel like Icebox is fast, you know? Like...
Oh, Icebox can, as I've said, see, Bind is one of the things, because I genuinely believe, and I don't mean this as an insult to the map, but Bind is probably as close to a solved map as the game has right now in terms of kind of compositions and what you're expecting to play with a double controller we've seen kind of pop up. Maybe Harbor's going to change that, but I believe out of sheer understanding, it's Icebox, or Bind, sorry, but out of potential, you know, just easy landslides, gotta give it to Icebox.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, for sure. That's kind of what I was thinking as well here. King gonna want to be able to push around. Oh, doesn't get the chance to shoot the dart, but just gonna stay out of range of it. Oh! Mismes here.
It's heartbreak for Mismes.
That is sorry, but they don't have the Sage on their team, so no heals, you know? So you know that they're low, and oh my goodness, there, beat him, gonna be able to get luck. Spike is down. And 4 defenders to the 3 attackers here. Crimson looking so strong. Again, a very nice ping from the drone. You got info now on where the opposing Sova is, and they just have to fall back as the spike just sort of sits right under Nest here. They gotta find a way to not only get it, but plant it. But there's just too much opposition and too much gunfire going on here for them to be able to get through. And if you look at the remaining util, right? Viper's really the only one that can obscure vision. So after that, it's just Sova darts and raises, you know, boom bots and paint shells. So it's going to be really, really tough here to be able to get that.
The mercy of the util, but oh my god, an excellent push from Difficult. It's only good for 1. Donger's able to get it, but really good positioning. Donger's gonna swing, and so's Rez. Plants Mario good for 1, but not good for both. Rez using the headhunter. Even if he's not aiming for the head, that thing still does more damage than
most
maybe you're ready for.
Everything. Yeah, 55 to the body, right? You just, you know, on pistol rounds, why it's so effective is pat, you're done. If you don't have that accuracy for the headshot, right? And yeah, very unfortunate there for Plants Mario. I think they had the time, the kind of crunching down, so they got to head the plant down. But it was just the fact that Rez was right there to spook him, just like the boogeyman. It's not Halloween yet, but I do know that Rez was probably scary there, and Plants Mario did not expect him to be up there. This looks like a mid push. They might go underneath like tube to try to go to B site, but that doesn't matter because Rez is just being a nuisance.
Rez, he sees the Viper Orb goes up, he doesn't seem to care, but Plants Mario and Mismet, in fact the entire team's getting up through tube, and this chamber trip is going to see them most likely. I think he hears it, that's why Plants Mario hasn't pushed through, but Rez might not expect!
Ooh, Plants Mario low though. This shock darts now are super effective, right? Because it's they're super low. So, but they are making their way through kitchen. I think they're going to try to fight their way to get onto the nest here. And maybe try to get a plant up in heaven aspect of Nest. I have no idea.
It's a big gathering of people in kitchen, people under kitchen.
Oh no, beat him the timing! Oh wait,
people around. This is scary for everyone. Mismez is bound to have heard that. Is he ready for the swing from Difficult? He is!
Mismez, this is tough though. No time to really use the teleport. And just so unfortunate. Do you know what was the weakness there? You know, I know it's probably part of his firearms form, but if Chambers' arm wasn't so long, I don't think, you know, maybe we would have got that info to see the tip of Headhunter to know that they were, like, tucked into that cubby right there. And that was the Mizmez's downfall. But, again, good efforts there from WaVe, but scoreboard doesn't lie. Despite the fact we've seen both teams perform proficiently and well, it's just 9-2, maybe get a win here and, you know, start the 9-3
Pray for the curse.
superstitious curse, you know.
Pray for the curse. And there we go. We're going to be leading in now. The defense side is just so solid, though. They're ready for this. The Sovadrog slots 2. Rez just gets one. I think, no, that wasn't through the smoke, but that was on the luck as he pushes out, and immediately you're missing a KO on offense. Plants Mario's going to have to make something really big happen with this showstopper, but there's too much smoke, there's too much vision impairment. The rocket fuse is going down, beat him, swings, and Plants Mario gets it. King with the pop flash, but Terrible's able to take him out. The slows are on the yellow, Rez is holding it. The Rez is going to come in from Donger on beat him. It might be key. Rez gets the pick on the difficult, Terrible retrading it onto King, and it is a 4 versus 3. 4 versus 2, 1, 4 versus 0.
Shoulder peek here, and it just, what is your best strategy here? 1-4? I don't think there is a potential strategy to win.
Cry.
Yeah, cry literally. You know?
Okay, Miss Mez. Okay, Miss Mez. Okay, Miss Mez. Okay. You don't have to make me lose my voice in the first round. You don't have to make me lose my voice in the first game. We still got at least one more of these to do. Oh, this is... It's quite possible all of a sudden. Sam D's timing.
And you saw the flick. We saw it, you know, we saw the vision right there. This mess was on close. Something else, and that was really close. But 10-2 now. The thing is, you know, they got to, like, you know, play very comfortably on defense here, Crimson, right? But what that means also, incidentally, for the other team is they don't really have a lot of time to play defense themselves. They need to start getting all these wins and pushing, right, to be able to equalize the score. And okay. Lineups here. Whee!
Let's just sit and learn. This is it. Oh no. I think Terrible's sick of this.
12 seconds remaining to see if we can get it. Okay, it's like golf. What is this now? You missed like 3. I don't play golf, but I know it's like.
He's swapping to different types of clubs. Is this the?
Hey, there we go.
That seems like a lot of effort. Just.
Can't you just like short hop,
jump up and right click?
Yeah,
I think you can. But you know what? We appreciate the trick shots.
I'm terrible. Very good with that peeking over onto King there, who wasn't really looking too much. But look at this right now.
Already on site.
Already on site. This is such a different thing we got to see here. Crimson compared to WaVe, they've already just made their way onto site with not too much opposition here. I'm Terrible gonna go down right now to Sam D. Oh, and all those classic bullets. I don't know where they were, but at the very end, at least it lasted here. Oh, Plants Mario!
But the flank from Mizmez.
Yeah. And that's really good here. Look at that. You know, strong start. You know, obviously, statistically, winning your pistol gives you a lot more chances to take future rounds, especially the one that follows right after. So this is a really nice look here for WaVe, for them to get the chance maybe to get a fighting chance back.
Oh, definitely. I believe, actually, no, I could be wrong about this, do not quote specifically, but I believe you're close to about 70% likelihood to win if you take the pistol round to win the preceding round. Assuming you buy up and play it properly, I believe it is as high as 70%. So
exactly.
That thrifty you hear, if you're able to take that's rarer than you think, and it should definitely not be under respected, shall we say?
No, absolutely.
Yeah, the defense is going to come in now, and we see the mid push, as we were saying. The Silver Dart's going to come out, and the push up from Tube. Rez is taking out
the Molly.
The left click's good. He keeps them at the bottom. Is he going to get it? The run and gun and run away.
Just being a nuisance here, but this allows the defenders to sort of clump up once again, and there's so many eyes on it. But oh no, Rez they're getting with the Headhunter. This might give them a chance to push up into kitchen, forcing Plants Mario to kind of push in with Sam D's drone if Sam D's drone can get around the corner. There we go.
It's like when you played Red Dead Redemption or GTA 4 and the physics engine that meant if you banged into the wall you had to do a big 360.
Yeah. There you hear Sam D tried, but the Frenzy not going to do him any favors here, as Beanham here is going to get a nice plant here right now, and reposition here, and I believe that plant is really good for this position right here. Yeah. Oh, goodness.
Plants Mario stealing through this guy.
Oh, 21 here. That's looking real scary there. Plants Mario. Kind of gets the push up.
The nades
No, they're
in the
behind the
nest.
wall somewhere. And that's going to do it here. Plants Mario with the classic. Going to be able to take down, beat him. And there it is, 10-4. You're 70% likely. It was the likely outcome.
It was the likely outcome, as it is. Sometimes, I mean, but this is it now. I mean, they get their bonus, and Crimson are going to get their buy. So we can see now if it depends. Because if you take your bonus, that is a very scary likelihood. Because that basically puts the team down economy-wise 2 rounds. So in theory, if WaVe are able to make this a 10-5, we could be seeing a 10-7. Quite likely.
Yeah. I think SMG is obviously a lot better than pistols to be able to deal with rifles. So I always find bonuses to be a lot more contentious and close. So, and I think we're going to get a good example of that here on this bonus. Plants Mario getting that higher elevation, sort of waiting to see if they're going to push up. But because you're backed up in that tight corner, they don't really see that they're kind of trying to push up here closer onto B, or they kind of just backed into garage here a little bit.
It seems kind of getting stuck on tube a little bit. It's kind of a mid push, but if you notice, KO is all the way snuck up on the A side. Plants Mario with a hell of a good position, getting Donger, but Sam D getting the retrade. With their bonus though, every kill that the defense get are much better for them. Rez is able to find Mizmez on the mid, and there's the rotate onto A. A completely clear A site from King, making sure that everyone is safe, and surely WaVe are going to start realizing what's happening.
Yeah, that's going to be really, really tough here for them. And I do like that. You know, you don't see this a lot of times in many of your games where, like, King is just holding down screens like this to be able to prevent that pinch right now. Rez is going to be able to take down I'm Terrible, though. And for the defenders, it's just 2, and they're going to try to push up mid here. And they hear all these footsteps here, but that's it. And the Aries going to be able to take down Rez right now, be able to get a nice trade from going from an Aries to a Vandal here. And just look at King. King's positioned here. Oh, no, the swing! I can't tell if that was Speaker's advantage or not, but damn, yo, that was wild.
I think now we're going to see as well, Sam D, the drone's going to come out, letting beat him know to start with the lineups. The Sova Dart comes out. It's such an impossible task, you know, a Viper and a Sova, shock darts, ultimates, all the util you could ask for. That post-plant situation is just not something you ever want to be in.
Yeah, and that was really tough, too. I mean, also, even then, I think... oh, wait, never mind. I was looking at the attackers. I was like, what if he also had the Sova ult, too? That would have made it a little difficult. But, no. You know what? Sam D might have been able to put pressure and use... But they were only 1 point away. So that, again, like, it made that round really, really difficult. I think we're going to see another default here, another default situation here. Both teams have rifles, and only I'm Terrible down in half shields, probably for having full util. Going to have that poison orb here to kind of give Boiler not a lot of vision, but Luck pushing down. Going to get very well rewarded for it, too, on Rez. So that was really good.
Let's see if King gets the refrag. Luck gives him 140 damage for his troubles, but King will get the refrag. Terrible's being found out now. King's going to have to play a bit more patient, but King is on the side of the stage. And if they play it patiently, they could. It doesn't look like it. King wants to try and get the picks, but Difficult is ready for that push on the out of kitchen. Sam D ready for that swing from Generator, and that's an A site basically held. Sam D finding out where Difficult's going to be. Viper coming in, planting on the top of Nest, simply going back to the attacker side Nest for the post plant that we've seen. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Plants Mario's got to have to go in and clear that himself, clear every angle, make sure he's fine. He's not going to check 419. Beat'em's going to see him. Beat'em's going to get him.
Oh my god, that is 8 points just gone, just like that. Unfortunate, no value found from the rocket. Oh man, the life of a Raze man. I'm going to be real. Difficult here. Yeah. 8 bullets in the chamber. We're not talking about the agent. And you got to make these 8 bullets count here. Going to try to see if they can do anything. Maybe get a tap here. But
good luck, Difficult.
Good luck, Difficult. Yeah, the situation was indeed difficult there. Very wall-bangable surfaces as well. It's 12-4. We're match point right now here on Icebox. And, yeah, looking really, really strong here for Crimson. We got Rez leading the kills here with 21 kills, but everyone's pretty close. Sam D, 19, you know, beat him 13 as well. And this Viper utility from both teams has been on point, so really good from both of them. And then King and Dong are following suit. And then Plants Mario turning things around, 14-15 here. This is going to be pretty crazy. Now, if we're looking at the econ here, it looks like for them to potentially win this, they got to do it with Marshals and Spectres and just one Hero Vandal from Difficult.
It's definitely a tall order here, but Mizmez ready with the Marshall, doesn't quite get the shot on the res, but it's not quite. We'll have to wait and see. The KO ult's coming in. Donger gets partially flashed, the chamber trip goes down, King is just ready to push this in and clear all the space that they want. Difficult's been spot from the gun barrel, the push from the run and gun from King, taking him out. It's difficult not going down without Sam D though. The gap in the wall, not enough to push through, but enough to get a bit of vision. And they might not be ready for King either side. Donger playing the crossfire as well. The Viper wall is actually such a disservice for them.
Yeah,
King's able to hide behind it.
Okay, hold on. Plants Mario might try to keep this alive. Oh, yeah. I mean, with 4 health, it's this, but at least they got to put up a good fight all the way up towards the end, and that's going to be the end of the first map here, Icebox. And you know what? For the first time I've casted Icebox, that was a lot of fun. That was
sick. That was well played from both teams as well. I just do quickly, apologies for talking over you for a second, I just do want to let the people know that the next game will be taking place on Fracture.
Yeah, Fracture. This is actually the first chance I get to commentate the new Fracture changes that have happened through drop, through ropes, where it's now got that long, like, kind of walkway thingy, kind of
balcony.
Rafters,
I guess balcony rafters.
Yeah, balcony rafters, very much like Split, and we also got some slight tweaks to like B-side there with the ramp, and as opposed to the steps you have to jump on and stuff. But yeah, we get to see that, and you know, I'm excited for it myself. So here we go. I'm
definitely excited. I love, as I've said, Fracture's it's not a big fan of mine on ranked, but definitely watching a coordinated team come up with pushes, pushes and kind of collapses onto site, it definitely gets a lot more interesting, a lot faster, in my opinion. So I can't wait to see it.
A lot of hate gets directed at Fracture, and I totally understand. But I think, as I probably said in another past commentary session with you as well, it's probably a lot of that distaste comes from lack of team synergy in ranked games, where like there's not a lot of it. But then if you get to this place where we are right now with these Ruined King scrims right now, right? They're going to be able to strategize and push. The defense can push up, because in a ranked game, when the defense pushes up, they're likely to die, and then oh no, and now they're going to be able to push up, and it's quite the mess. But here in this specific given situation, I see value in Fracture as a map for this. I have no defense for Breeze personally. I have nothing to say there. But yeah, with that,
we're just gonna bully Breeze for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, no, they changed their mind. It's not Fracture anymore, guys. No, I'm kidding. We're going to Fracture. So
imagine the scenes if it was Breeze. Fracture's going to be interesting as well, because you mentioned the balcony, but Dish is now only one sightline. Dish is no longer two sightlines, which is an insane change.
Yeah, it's met with varying kind of reception. I think some people really like the fact that it used to be that way, but many people also didn't. And for me personally, I think that change is potentially for the better. I'm maybe not the most educated person to be able to tell you what was better.
I love the change personally.
Yeah, I do too.
So you got it, brother.
Yeah, I didn't really like push Dish all too much in my games, you know, like, but I understand it. It was very paranoia inducing to just be able to like, oh, left or right or left or right. And that variable there is not the kind of variable that's engaging the players. We like the 50-50 stuff, you know, fighting games where there's 50-50s, card games. Some people like that, but that one just felt cheap. That one didn't feel like warranted to have to just, if you push up Dish, you have to know which way they're going to swing from it or swing out the Dish from. It wasn't exactly fun. So I think the change is well warranted, and I think it's nice. So that's just my take.
No, to be honest, I completely agree. I don't think there's anything there I'd say that's different or incorrect. I mean, I do enjoy myself some 50-50s, but when you do get to the kind of level of, you know, you're a controller and you swing Dish, you get one tapped because you didn't change, and all of a sudden your team's down a smoke on Fracture. It's very much just like Fracture is probably the map that requires the most utility. So when you get a first pick, it's so huge. Like, it's huge in any game, don't get me wrong, but particularly on Fracture, whenever you need those smokes or you need those flashes or you need just the extra gun to clear one angle. Like, if you swing onto B from Arcade, you have to clear tower, you have to clear generator, you have to clear CT, you have to clear, well, ramp's not as bad now that you don't get now that you don't have to jump and face the horrors of jumping accuracy, but it is still, you know, you lose someone that fast, it can be really difficult to make something work.
Yeah, it's like we were saying earlier, where like if you're down a pistol, the stakes are really tough. And in its own version of this, losing a controller on Fracture probably also reduces your like potential winning chance for that round by a drastic margin. Like I feel like maybe in ranked games, I say like this is just my take. I feel like Icebox, you don't have to really have smokes to do okay. But for Fracture and Breeze specifically, it's a night and day difference when you don't have these smokes to clear these potential things you have to swing to obscure the vision to be able to push on a site. So if you don't have that, it's kind of like GG's from that, right? You know. So that's the thing. We're gonna have to see like so that obviously the control players are crucial, and on top of that, I think what I like about Fracture is there are two different types of controller types you'll commonly see like on Ascent and like Blind, like you won't really see Viper unless it's combined with the another smoke, say for Bind, but on many other maps a dome smoker is sufficient. I think both Viper and the common dome smoker we see in pro play being Brimstone, I think that like they provide different play styles and they're both, I wouldn't say equally as effective, but they both bring something to the table. So when we go into this game, right, I have no experience watching WaVe. I mean, again, we've seen Crimson, but we could see two Brims, we could see two Vipers, we could see one or the other. The controller meta here could be different. Heck, if Harbor's not banned, we might see Harbor. There we go.
Might see Harbor, baby.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. No, they're opting not to. Oh, never mind. They baited us.
You got tricked. You believed for a second there wouldn't be a Brimstone. You thought wrong. I'm excited to see. Once again, I have I don't know how to word it particularly. I have a grudge against Chamber because he's too effective.
This is his best map too. This is like statistically his like
terrifyingly Chamber is so effective in this. I do like the potential picks here from like Neon and even Cypher. I think Cypher's needs some love. Cypher can be an absolutely abhorrent agent to go against if he knows how his lineups and where his trips can go. But once again, I think a few other people have just kind of started to outclass him now. And I don't want my boy forgotten about, even if he does die first in every trailer. Valorant, please. Riot.
Oh,
start
yeah.
Cypher better, please.
Died in the last Battle Pass trailer again, too. It's just a meme at this point. Cypher, they've confirmed that their Cypher will be seeing buffs. It's just, I don't know what you would have to do. I'm open to buffs. I just don't know what you would do to it, right? Looks like they're really contemplating. See what I mean? I'm Terrible is truly contemplating between the Brimstone pick and the Viper pick. I think the Brimstone pick, by the way, is a more comfortable, safer pick. It's pretty, you just pull out your iPad, pick the points and go. Viper, you kind of have to like, place down your wall. You got the orb to do. There's a little bit of extra homework you have to do before you can probably effectively bring Viper to the table on Fracture. But Brimstone just kind of lets you like, hey, if we have momentum, here we go. I'm a stimmy. Drop these smokes, guys. Let's go, go, go. And that kind of works effectively. And speaking of go, 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 luck here for the side of WaVe is going Neon, which is also a very popular Fracture pick, given that you can wall and get onto the site. And, of course, because I like to say this map is shaped like a donut, Neon can kind of like wrap around you very quickly or kind of do things. So I'm very excited to see the Neon play. Also, Neon's fun to watch. I don't know.
I have a soft spot for Neon as well. I think Neon's a damn fun sight to watch. My first ever game with her, I went absolutely ham, and I was convinced this was my main. And then the next game I threw and was like, maybe not, never mind. And
I love that.
And here we go. Immediately, the counter defense push onto Dish. This is something that's so much more effective than it was before. This is something that takes out, you can now push this, and if one or two unfortunate souls swing that gate into an entire team stack Dish, you get both of them, where it used to be, if you split up, you might get someone that doesn't have an angle, you might get, someone that's playing a bit further back. But with this one angle and everyone being able to swing into it, a bit of a funnel, yes, but it doesn't matter when you have all this util.
Yeah, funnel's the right word there, too. There's no space for them to want to move around. They've added space there to be. But yeah, I gotta follow the right person. Hold up. There you go. Yeah, I was like, at least I got to see the breach go off here. And yeah, nice molly placement here to be able to just kind of prevent the attackers from pushing onto A, just like that. But yeah,
a late GL HF from luck, maybe getting in the heads of the enemy. It's a mental warfare as much as virtual.
They're waiting for the smoke to go down, and they're Rez is kind of holding the door angle, but I don't know, being able to reposition your crosshair here, it's gonna take far too long. I like this. Oh my goodness.
Are they ready? Do they know exactly where Rez is? The smoke is... They know. They know.
Oh, they know.
They knew. That was unfortunate. Rez, that smoke... That Brim smoke may have just been the greatest lifesaver if they had not known. That would have created some crazy opportunities for them. But here we go. We see they get the pick onto Raze, and obviously, I mean, I think it's right here that immediately the defense would roll over to B site. But Plants Mario and squad have baited them quite well.
No, for sure. Look at just how slow they just have to push this. The fear. I can't personally see without switching off from server to see if what is it? I'm Terrible has any smokes remaining, but yeah, that's why they had to push so
Terrible
close.
Doesn't either. No smokes either side.
Yeah, okay, that's what I saw. Yeah, usually if you want to get more util, you can only really buy like 2 smokes here. King gonna have a nice job there.
The stun's huge from King. Terrible's able to get beat him though. Doesn't eliminate the smokes because there are no smokes. The frenzy, run and gun, isn't enough to kill. The frenzy from I'm Terrible as well. Taking out RK King, leading us 0-1 immediately on the side of Fade, which is not how last match started. So
yeah, no, like I think like, you know, maybe Crimson was the one that wanted to go Icebox and just sort of like accepted not knowing like how dangerous it would be, right? Because they felt so practiced and proficient on it, but now we're on a completely different thing here. We're on Fracture, right? Completely different agents, completely different strategies. So maybe this might give you know, WaVe a chance to show that. So let's see here. It's gonna be A, and look at this. See, you can push up as defense to wrap around them, and they have no idea. So it's kind of like a race.
Conga. Sorry.
And I love all this util dump, but which is effective, but no one's there. But look at that, Cypher's ability here. I mean, you could do that with a chamber trip, but that tripwire just lets them know that there's so many of them there, and they can just light them up.
That nade from Rez is too damn good though. Luck and Terrible taken out immediately, and the spike is down, but it is a 3 versus 3 retake on the side of the defense. King not seeing the flash miss. Doesn't matter, we'll just take his head off instead. Difficult getting the refrag on him. Plants Mario onto Donger, and Beat him has to make a miracle happen here. He's done it once, he can't do it twice.
Yeah, no, it's very unfortunate. That was a lot closer than you would expect though. We talked about the rarity you see of like the round post initial pistol, right? So I guess like the push round, right? But that was really close. That almost could have been like a thrifty there in that moment, but it was just down to the final wire here. And now again, for those who are watching, you know, we're gonna be seeing Crimson be able to buy full rifles here up against their bonus, which is, this bonus isn't as impressive as you'd think. It's just one Spectre here, so we're gonna see like Sheriffs, Ghosts, and Frenzies. So it's all about how they're going to coordinate their util and their push to make things work here. And it looks like it's going to be B here.
Gonna have to see. Luck hopefully gonna use the fast lane. Yep, cut off the sightline. Sam D ready and waiting. Donger kind of having to stare at nothing and just pray that someone peeks their elbow out. They're not gonna clear the corner for Sam. Sam only gets
so inconsistent, man. It literally, like, it should have latched on there to be able to clear left side of the tower, but unfortunately not. Dong gonna be able to get a pick there. Mizmez, wow, lucky pick there. Beat him inches up. Mizmez once again with this ghost, gonna be able to do it. And I'm terrible.
He's giving away his sightline. He mollied the bomb. It's good enough, but that's a 2v1 swing out of smoke. No way. He has to timing beat him. Never mind, he just knows where the bomb is. But Beat him finds him even with the suppression.
Yeah, and Beat him going to be able to make it so that they have a score on the board. They were able to get that half. Okay, this is just a side note, totally unrelated to the game. I was about to ping Spike. I just instinctually was like, I'm going to ping Spike. I'm like, wait, I'm not playing. What am I doing? But,
you play that much, that just naturally, you got to give all the info, even if it would be cheating to do so.
That also gives you an indicator that it means that I'm spectating a lot when the spike is going off. So that, I don't know if that tells you if I'm good or bad or not. I'm just kidding, but
no, it tells you you're good. It tells you you're good. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Yeah, I'm doing the discipline maneuver, but it means I'm dying a lot here. Difficult, gonna be able to make things difficult. I love this tag so much. Gonna be able to flash, push Rez away, and now it's gonna be able to make Luck go up here. But King is
King is
oh,
guess nothing. Unlucky for King there. Really good fortune there from Plants Mario just to have it. When you push into a smoke like that, it is kind of just 50-50 on who sees who first. The snatch is going to be good, but Plants Mario takes a lot of damage from it. And we're going to see now the Nightmare, the Fear is going to take them, hopefully get a few tags for RK. And it looks like it clears the A site, but that's not going to get any more value from that. And there's the spike I was about to ask.
There is that little cubby. Did Mez not see? I don't know, maybe if that you could have fit there, but that was a perfect ult right there. And again, that's what makes... Viper could not do that. Only Brimstone can, right?
It doesn't matter if you're still getting shots like these. The spike is down. Donger is able to get it on the luck. Finds out where Terrible is. It is a 1v3. Terrible is going to have to do something incredible, and it's not enough. Donger gets it, and we are evenly matched 2-2.
Exactly. Wow. That Brimstone ult really saved it, because I thought, you know, comparative to Chamber doesn't have cages where you can obscure vision. Perfect cage right there to be able to plant safely without any opposition there. But then, you know, Brimstone ult came out, and that, well, I guess that's it. I don't know what you're supposed to do now. That totally disrupted. And consider this, I believe that they used 2 ults. They used Cypher ult, which, I mean, Cypher ult, whatever. But, like, it's good, but, you know, that might be what they buff. And then the Fade ult, only for that Brimstone ult to be able to really negate that push, so... Or the plant, excuse me. So, here we are. This is interesting. I think it's going to be, you know, they're kind of hovering around B, sort of, you know, just taking their time, sort of slow pushing, but Donger is going to see Plants Mario, and that's going to be it right there. Good stuff.
Thought we were going to see a headshot with the AWP, which not necessary by any means. AWP's a one-shot body shot, but it's a flex. It's a flex. You don't need, you know, I didn't need the AWP. I could have done that with a Marshall.
Yeah.
And an awesome start to the round for the side of the defense there. I think they're going to be very happy about it. And I think we're going to be seeing a lot more with Fracture. We had a few rounds at the start that were very fast, we're going to push into you. And now the tempo's kind of stopped. The tempo's a lot slower paced. It's, you know, a lot kind of more controlled than that we usually see. So we'll have to see if King can make he decides against it.
No,
here we go.
Just waiting to maybe team it so that his team could get closer and push in here, but lots of opposition here. Mismez just sitting inside the smoke. I hope that doesn't become predictable. But then Nice going to be able to clear tower here once again. Wow, that Frenzy put up a fight, but it wasn't able to do it.
An absolute just decimation, and the Brimstone ult coming out from the side of the attack, which WaVe might be regretting, because I mean, you were saying it and you said it beautifully. You know, there's things Brim can do that Viper can't, and a lot of it stems from that really almost broken ult when it comes to a post-plant scenario, and being able to, and kind of haphazardly throwing it away there, maybe just in a bit of panic or maybe just in a bit of situational misunderstanding. It can happen, but that's another 7 points you got to get for that Brim ult again.
I hate the word, but it was almost like desperation, you know, like okay, I have to pop this to make sure we can slow it the best we can. But yeah, and this is really unfortunate. I think that's going to be a really big indicator for how the rest of the map's going to go, with these alts not getting as much value, I think, as they would like here. You know, look at Luck was thinking about going dish and then decided not to, but oh, I thought Donger got a pick. Never mind. Just it sounds.
It was close. It was close. You just assume if Donger fires a shot, he's got a pick. Speaking of getting a pick, speaking of getting 2 picks, 1 pick for each side. I think Luck's happy with that trade. Traded an ult and a player for a player.
Yeah, an ult and yeah, exactly too. And a cred ult as well, as I've said before. So, and this is tough. A lot of this map as well, this kind of gives me nostalgia, not nostalgia, sorry. I did not like that meta, but the Astra meta where people would just sit behind util to wait for smokes to dissipate. We're seeing that a lot right now. As you were saying, the tempo. No one's really like, there's no like pop flash agent, it's just kind of a wall flash, right? You can't really flash out of these smokes, so you gotta kind of give it some time and just sort of wait here. King gonna be playing from dish to make it a nuisance here, to be able to put some resistance here. Dog, that could only happen with the new map change.
Yeah, exactly. Using the balcony to the full advantage. The Nightmare's going to take. Terrible's going to get spot, but Mizmez is on the crossfire ready to save him. Terrible gets Sam D, and actually a crucial crossfire from the side, from the attacker side here. That might have been enough alone. The Cypher Dart's going to come in, get Donger. Absolutely terrifying to fight a Cypher in a 1v1. The camera's up. Mizmez knows exactly where he is. The absolute patience to not swing, but he gets a bit too antsy, and Donger's able to take it.
Well, it's like I don't blame for the swing because like after like I don't know if the camera was catching at that angle. I didn't really get to see from my point of view. So after there's no vision, you're like, okay, they got to be on the bomb, and it's always on the onus of the defender or the attacker, excuse me, to try to shut down the defender from defusing. So they had to swing at some point, and in that moment, Dong was just ready, perfect crosshair placement, able to catch the swing and just make it make that happen. So very nice stuff here from Crimson.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I think just that post-plant scenario so terrifying of Do, because I find this a lot. It seems that enough people don't just stick the bomb. Personally, I have a habit of just, no matter what the situation is, I'm going to just run in and try and stick the bomb. It might be a bad habit as I rank up, but for the meantime, actually, a lot of people don't expect. They expect a tap, and then, you know, you swing a few seconds later, kill the defender, go back. But a lot of people play it just slow enough that if you just decide, you know what, no, I don't want any part of this, I'm just going to defuse and leave, you'll get a lot more progress than you might think.
Yeah, pros don't fake, as they always say. I think it is really good. I mean, it's weird. It's an uncommon thing to see, but also a common thing to see. So I don't know exactly what it is. I like where people will just hold, and it's obviously way more effective if you have another teammate around. Oh, I get to see the neon ult. It's so unfortunate.
Beat him, Tex. But Plants Mario's at least able to get the retreat. It's a bit of a shame. That neon ult's very feast or famine. You can wipe out an entire team, or you can wipe out no one. Speaking of wiping out an entire team, King has decided that he doesn't need an ult to do it. Just give him a Phantom and 30 bullets. Donger wants to be put on the scoreboard as well, and now it is just difficult with a Stinger is able to get King from that range. Kind of insane, to be honest.
Hey, let's go buffs to the Stinger.
Let's go. Let's go. He couldn't do that with the old Stinger. The stun on the Donger is going to be excellent. That's going to take him out. He doesn't see the elbow. It's going to take him out. He's going to clear the spot from Generator. But Donger's going to be able to get the swing from Difficult. And had Difficult, obviously he didn't know, but had he played that slightly differently, he could have had something.
Yeah, again, from our perspective, it just looks like such an obvious play push. But remember, there was no idea. I don't think Donger even, like, shown a shoulder to that situation. No. They were just using util, getting a kind of read that it was at. So in fact, I think what just sort of the display of the util there was impressive, in fact, to be able to just know, hey, there might be someone here, and the stun did push Donger off of that sight line. So good stuff there, but you know, not able to secure that round. It is 5-2 right now here on Fracture. Donger's just setting stuff up.
For the side of Crimson, and I believe, are we going to hear? No, I'm surprised. I would have believed you want to play, let's play would have been coming out. But the very good use of the ult there, getting it underneath so it can get maximum efficiency. But Luck's able just to take out Sam D right away. They are on the site. It is already 5 versus 4 for Fade, so it's going to be a bit difficult to kind of see, you know, how do you retake this? You've got the you don't even have the Brim ult. The attack side actually have the Brim ult, and I mean, Pryde, you said it best. Can do things that Viper simply dreams of doing.
It's so good for like post plant. Like, the Viper pit is good for when the spike's down and you can like stall and hold it, but there's the Brimstone ult, so good. And this map makes it good. It's a small-ish map. There's not a lot of real estate in this map during these sites. And here we go. See it again, right? We heard this thing, and then boom, I'm terrible. Kind of. Oh, I know. Oh, the headhunter whiffing. That's okay. I don't blame Donger for whiffing that, because sometimes, as someone who plays Chamber from time to time, like when they're that close and you're just not ready, you have to like aim your crosshair up for that head tap, and then it just kind of gives them that idea to turn it. If you have full armor, right, it takes 3 body shots from the headhunter to kill, so you're just able to just immediately flick, get a headshot onto Donger and clean that up. So, and speaking of cleaning up, this is good. We're seeing a lot more quality here on the scoreboard here, 5 and 3 right now. Just, I guess, the nature of Fracture right now. No timeouts, by the way. They're just going in it. They're just doing it.
Everyone's been very tactical, everyone's been very raw, no one's needing a timeout. We're seeing the tour de force, but what I want to mention very quickly from the last round was the insane util usage from King. King gets the breach stun and gets the C, which immediately gets the frag, and he used his breach stun, he's already got 3 out of 7 again. So that was a hell of a round for King, and that's going to do them some serious work. However, Donger's got a tour de force. That's 1 shot. Still 4 more to go. That's 2 shots, 3 more to go. And I think once you realise from the side of Fade, oh god, I don't want to push into that. Let's just leave. No one wants to push into tour de force.
And that looked really good. Like, again, like Donger was holding it, and he had a teammate being able to shoot all these prowlers, but still that was so difficult to be able to get a nice shot there and everything. And Sam D sitting in the corner where the Prowler previously did not catch anyone, so maybe that's just a goated spot. I don't know, but Ms. Mez in here, they're just going under the tunnel here, and I think their idea is to push through here in Arcade. But is Donger ready for them, or I don't know where Donger's positioned.
Donger's not ready, but Rez might find them all the way behind. That is a 4-man, 1 shot, 2 shots, able to get at least 1. The stun's going to come down. Donger's able to get Plants Mario, but Difficult's able to get Rez and cut that flank short. That could have been big for Rez. So now we're seeing instead a push from the attacker side. They have tower control. There is still the tour de force for Crimson though. A very terrifying weapon. Difficult getting into the default now. 10 seconds left remaining, and that bomb is going to go down. Terrible, just swinging Donger, abusing the fact that he misses and takes him down. Takes out beat him as well. Terrible's going to have to be ready. Is he ready for King? In tower he is, and walks away with a 3k. 5-4 for the side of Crimson.
Just a matter of pixels right there, right? Of like just the crosshair placement that makes the difference there. Because I think if you had gotten the pick onto the Brimstone, there could have been a viable chance to be able to take that round. But yeah, now it's 5-4 here. So that was a pretty good. That was a save, I believe, for Crimson, right? And they did a pretty good job at just fighting back. Because again, I think that was a save because I believe that Difficult picked up a Phantom from the ground. So still good stuff. So now we're going to be able to see both teams have fairly strong buys here. And again, we got Donger back on the op, which of course is very, very strong given that it's chamber. So yeah, it's going to make things really, really difficult. We're seeing 3 people dish and 2 people here in the spawn kind of thinking of going A, and they're just going to be able to clear it. You know, the comms are probably like, hey guys, I'm walking up dish. You know, dish looks clear. We're pre-firing. They know we're here, but we do have this space. What do you want to do with this space? But they have to make sure that they make this decision in time because they're getting closed in here by Rez and this. And oh, look at that. King and Rez here. Perfect duo. Going to be able to push it.
Oh, that takes out the Cypher Trap as well, and King's able to take out Plants Mario. Mizmez is going to have to land some 6 shots, and he lands 1 set of 6 shots, gets away from the Raze ult, for the Raze Boomba, sorry, and hopefully, at least for the Cypher, Raze might mistake that he's dropped onto site, but he hasn't. He's ready in that cubby. Beat him as well. Rez's swings, but he's ready. He knows exactly where Mizmez is going to be. Difficult getting the shot onto Rez, though, but not going to be ready for Beat him above him. Beatum's able to get 1, and now Terrible stuck with 3 people staring at him.
Oh.
Terrible's able to get 1. Is he able to get 2? No.
Oh, bro, okay, real talk, in a different universe, in the multiverse, they were literally lined up. I think if they got the head tap, it would have caught both. Like, maybe I have to play it back, but that looked very scary, and that looked incredibly doable there. So where exactly kind of did this sort of fall apart? I think it was just unfortunate that dish defense just didn't work out for them. King and Rez put pressure on them, and they just weren't able to kind of stomp it. So that's kind of a big part of that. So
time to work.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
6-4 now.
That's a disgusting push as well, because if you get caught on dish, you're stuck between the enemy team and site, which no doubt has more enemy team located on it. So you are really stuck between rock and a hard place, and as soon as that kind of situation presents itself, it is just down to sheer mechanics. Who gets the gunfight? Who gets, you know, that pixel first? Sam D's able to slow them down on sand pretty well with the Fade Util. King's able to get the stun and actually get the pick on the Plants Mario. He's not ready for Luck to be hidden behind there though, so King's going to go down from Luck, and Difficult's going to get Sam D. The Brimble, is he going to try and get it? He is. He's going to try and get it from Sand. It's actually to cut them off from the site though, buy them just a little bit more time. They don't know Beatum's on site.
But regardless, they're able to get that pick. I don't know if that Brimble, like, if it got too much value. I'm not so sure myself, but it is making things difficult. And at the end of the day, there it is. Red's gonna be able to take it. Keep in mind, folks, when I say things are gonna be difficult, I don't always mean that. It's both. It's a double-edged sword here. That tag is so good, but also it makes things confusing, difficult. But yeah, look at that, 7-4 here. You know, I feel like 8 and 4s, they're not that different from 9 3s, but they just personally feel more doable. So even if they lose this round here, right, I think it's possible. We got a timeout now, as I've said, and I think this is a well-warranted timeout, right? You've lost the first map, and now you're on like kind of you're pressed against the wall here for the second map. So re-strategizing and taking a deep breath is good. Maybe even like something like stretching, rehydrating, you know, warming up your hands, something that, you know, can give you that edge to be able to fight back and rebuild that confidence. So we got 35 seconds remaining here on this timeout to for them to sort of figure things out. And look at all this pinging. The pinging is probably them strategizing and saying like, hey, you know, we should position ourselves here. We should hold this. We should do this. And yeah, we'll see how that plays out.
No, absolutely. It's looking exactly like, I mean, as you said, the pings do kind of show off a bit. Obviously, the attacker side look like they want to take B and they want to take tower. I'm going to make a slight prediction here, and this is they go underneath and then go through arcade that way to take tower control. I would like to see if I'm completely wrong, or if I can pull that information out quite accurately. But it is going to be quite a difficult push. I'm Terrible and's crew are not on full buys. We have basically Guardians and Light Armor and then just a full set of Spectres for them. So as you were saying earlier, I mean, it is very likely 8-4, but I mean, 8-4 is doable, but I think Fade, and to be honest, you know what, I want to hear Thrifty. I want to see Fade make it 7-5.
Yeah, and they're going to expend all their ults, but already King just on the jump, knowing that, you know, difficult might do that. I don't know if that was predictable action, but oh no, Rez! Rez sees so many, but not able to make things work here. And again, yep, inside the cage.
Mez. Donger's going to take it. Oh, look at that. Donger actually doing, well, Donger doing what Fade had in mind, which was take and keep tower control. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, good stuff. Good half. 8-4. Okay, it's weird. 9-3 feels like it's kind of doomed, but you have the curse. But 8-4, I remember I see 8-4, I think to myself like, hey, this is possibly doable. And again, you're seeing side switch, so you know some people are more proficient on the other side. You know, the attackers had the unfortunate displeasure of fighting Donger on defense. So you get to see like the chamber holding that, and that was a really big thing that sort of prevented them from being able to get these pushes. And then Rez, of course, on defense and the, you know, pushing them and stuff. So now we're swapping sides, so I want to see how things play out and who will win this pistol. You win a pistol on defense here, it's going to go 8-5, and I think it's very doable. We might see a map 3 just from that.
Just from that alone is smart. Oh, the breach stun from King, stopping difficult following luck into the peak, which is actually huge. Plants Mario is going to open that door and he's going to wish it stayed shut, because that is not what you want to see in the other end. And immediately for Crimson, that is 5 attackers to 3 defense. Beat him is in the smoke. The timing from him and I'm Terrible is legendary. And Difficult's going to spot him out. That's huge. Beatham's going to be able to just be comfortably hidden on the new balcony, the very new and improved balcony. So we're going to have to see. Terrible's not able to clear it. Beatham's able to get the first pick, and now it is a 4 versus 2. Mizmez having to push on the site. Beatham getting him in sand. It is now a 1 versus 4 for Difficult, with 1 flash and a fault line in 2 seconds. Very unlikely, but Beatham and Rez both on low health. He might be able to take down a gun or 2 as well with it. But he's going to have to make something real magical happen. Crimson realizing he doesn't have the time, running away, gunning him down in the
frenzy sucks, and sometimes I'm like, that was very scary right there. That could have been wild. And yeah, it's very tough for Breach to retake with his utility by himself. Very much like the philosophy that I think Riot wants to do with their new initiators, which is we want your flashes and your utility to be allowing you to push with your team. So when it's just Breach, sometimes you might think like, oh, they got a flash, but you have to remember this is not the same effectiveness as like a Yori flash or like a Phoenix flash that will allow them to retake more effectively. So that was pretty much a really tough situation that they were in right now. It's 9-4, and you know, given how things go, right, they're buying up. I see Bulldogs now. That's the level of confidence that they're holding. Oh, the Prowler's going to be able to catch. Yeah, that's going to be tough here. And this is going to be really, really difficult. Plants Mario sort of sitting here, and I hope there's not a lot of timing mishaps that we saw last round. Last round, I think, was bad because a lot of poor timing. And there it is. Samdi going to be able to clear it. Luck, who, if I look at the minimap, was the only one sitting on site. So now it's going to be the rest of them retaking from the various different places they can push. And wow, look how far pushed up they were in main. They just didn't care. They did not care. Donger saying to Plants Mario, welcome to your own firing squad. King's able to get I'm Terrible. And now it is just... It's just going to be Mizmez on CT. They know where he is. They're hungry for the kills. I think the confidence is out. The stun from Breach. He's not aware that people are coming from behind him. I think Beatham. Oh, no, the timing from Beatham's just too good. And the knife from Rez. Now that is a statement. I will give, what is it? I'm Terrible some credit here. When you're pushing out of, Okay, wait. I need to look at Link. There it is. When you're pushing out of Link, I had to look there. I always forgot.
You have to get the calls. Yeah.
Swing like peeking left in this new drop is a new experience. There's new crosshair placement necessary and required for that because it's a new map too, right? So I find that to be a little bit more time will be required for people to really like hone their muscle memory on the changes. But I think there kind of made it tough. And look at this.
Immediate explosion onto the CT side, and immediate explosion from the attackers on the A side. King's able to go down. Mizmez getting 2 through the cyber cage, an absolute godsend of a spray, and that alone might have changed the future of not only the round, maybe even the whole game.
Yeah, and look at that. The spike is in a very, very difficult position. It's right out in the open in that choke, right? You got to push up to go and get it. And Donger going to be able to try to even things out there by being able to get that pick here. I'm terrible here, position there. Nice, this is evening out.
Unfortunately, I do have to say, because Difficult's DC'd. Oh, he's back. Difficult's DC'd, so remember as well, it's a 2v2 at the minute, in case anyone hadn't noticed. Apologies, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Please, get back to what you were saying, my guy.
No, but that's crucial. Interrupt me all you want when it comes to that, because now that changes everything I'm about to say. 2v2, right? And also on a complete different site. So upon reconnect, he's going to have to run, and, he's not Neon. It's not going to be able to get there.
There's no stem waiting for him either. He's going to have to trudge the slow, long way.
This camera from Mizmez might be really good. No one really looks up at that part.
That's
and
disgusting.
Yeah, that's so tough, right? You walk past it, then you have to look up. That's crazy. In real life, I wouldn't even look there.
That's yeah, no, why would you glare that in real life, let alone in a game?
Spike down A. 10 seconds left.
Oh no, this camera's doing so much work. 30 health for Donger. A needs a headshot and a prayer. Mizmez is working his way around. Dig through the...
Remaining.
No way. Did that actually work?
Yeah, that was wild, but
that was insane.
I think we're gonna be seeing a timeout beginning here because I think they're gonna want to try to our teammate left.
Left.
Yeah, this is a minute as well, so damn.
I hope it's maybe just a connection issue and not a mental issue, shall we say. It would be a shame to have a scrim kind of ruined just by mental. Internet's not great, but you would like to be able to jump back in and simply say, right, internet disconnected, but that gave me a break. We're fresh-faced, ready to go.
I think good sportsmanship is playing a part here. I think they're just trying to give them as much time because it's not like they're throwing either. Difficult is been proving to be really strong. They're second frag right now, and Breach is much like how Viper right now is a staple to Breeze. I think Breach is a staple to Fracture. Like it's crucial. That util is so important.
The util's too strong. I completely agree with you on that.
So Wi-Fi crashed. Yeah. So I think can you just just follow up a bunch of timeouts?
Hopefully, you can set
pause
them.
Match
Yeah,
timer
they've got the pause match timer on, so that's perfect. So we won't have any more unfair rounds, thankfully, as well. Difficult's already loaded in, so it's just a matter of getting that internet reset, which hopefully shouldn't take too long at all. But anyway, I mean, we've kind of, I think, and it's not anyone's fault, but 3 rounds and Crimson have won the set.
Yeah,
I mean, Crimson are 10-5, and they've already got Icebox under their belts. It's only 3 more rounds left.
Yeah, potentially. If they can handle this, then yeah, and they have the momentum here because I think upon returning, WaVe they just don't have the economic, standing to be able to push back here with these spec buffs, right? Because you think sometimes Fracture is like a map where there's close sight lines and you can kind of get close and fight, similar to Bind, but we've been seeing as well, and why Chamber's so effective is you can hold these back sight lines and just be able to pick them off. So it's so tough. I between seeing how they've been playing out, most of the time I think if you have the better guns in this specific scrim, they've been winning out. So so that's likely to put the score to 11-5, and then after that it's go time. You have to play perfect Valorant. You need to be on point. You need to be it's such in perfect sync with your team. It's just it's a bit rough. So also friendly reminder, I know sometimes ISPs kind of suck and it might make you cut out, but if you possibly can, depending on your living situation, try to get your computer to be wired. It makes like less weird stuff happen in Valorant, I think. Playing strictly off Wi-Fi is it can sometimes cause problems with your ping, and you might hiccup and stuff. So try to get wired. That's just my random advice.
You're random good to know with Pryde. Is
Yeah.
connect your damn computers to your walls.
Yeah, no, for real. I have a splitter that goes and does all that. Yeah. See, you know what this could be? You know, they might accuse them of icing them out. I know it's a Scrim, but like they're like, hey, what are you doing?
Cold. That would be very cold. I hope that's not the case. How long are we going to wait though before? Because I mean, we can only realistically wait so long before you kind of just have to say, all right, you know, we can't wait any longer. But if the Wi-Fi has been crashed, which is apparently what we're hearing, oh no, Valorant on a hotspot. Let's see how that goes. Everyone can Yoru TP.
Oh yeah, for sure. I heard that also advice. It's like if your ping is ridiculously high, wide swing stuff. And never hold an angle by standing still. Always jiggle your angle. Because then you will visually look super weird to the enemy team, so...
Oh yeah. Absolutely confuse them and throw them through a loop as well. I mean, we do have to say, like, I mean, difficult has been making this, but difficult hasn't been the be-all and end-all. Everyone here has been really kind of pulling their weight from both sides. I'm terrible. I mean, on Brim, 16 and 12, difficult, obviously. Actually, and this is the thing, and this is what I'm going to really make a big point of. Difficult is 10 and 13, and yet we've been routinely praising him for his ability usage. He is a negative KD, and yet, you know, once you get the bigger picture, you can see the impact he's having, like, what Breach is actually doing for his team. And even if it's not a positive KD, that doesn't mean by any stretch of the imagination that the person, you know, is playing bad.
Yeah, because again...
Or is having no value.
Initiator kits are designed to help the team, so sometimes you're doing such a good job helping the team that they're getting all the picks. And that's why Valorant doesn't always rate combat score to be like about how proficiently you are fragging. Because then why are we playing Valorant? You could just play like something where just shooting is fun. Like
Run deathmatch all over and over again. Yeah,
exactly. So it's been really good, and we've just been seeing that throughout. So, woohoo! Let's go, Plants. Okay. Anyways.
Yeah, go Plants, go.
Yo.
Shmoves. He's got the shmoves.
Yeah. But yeah, no. This is turn that DPI up really high and just go nuts.
That threw me. I was surprised. I was like, "What is he doing?" And then I realized what had happened. But this is, I mean, coming back into it again. Just even when we do eventually get set up and going ahead, we have one ultimate ready. Donger's one off of the Tour de Force. Beatum one off the Brimstone ult, and on the side of the defense, it's looking a bit less comfortable in the ult economy. A lot of 3 out of 7 and 4 out of 7s for them. So, as well as, you know, obviously difficult cutting out because of his Wi-Fi. There's also a lot of ults coming out from the side of Crimson that maybe WaVe just aren't going to be ready for.
I'm losing it. This is such a...
You run out of things to do in the Valorant lobby before it becomes either just rack the DPI up to 100 and go for it, or pretend to engage in adult acts with your teammates, shall we say.
Yeah, you also, when the spike needs to be diffused, you can do the gritty. You just like...
Oh, true.
Yeah, you could the Valorant gritty. I think it's really funny. They need to make like a spray or something, an animated spray that's just like
commemorate
it. To commemorate it, exactly. Yeah. Okay. What is it? Flash round here. What's your favorite melee? I was actually gonna ask you this. I was just curious. I need to know.
Oh, favorite melee. Right. I do have a soft spot for. I don't like the fact that it's just the beta knife again. I do like the Xeno Hunter.
I'm looking for it.
I do like. That's
a good answer.
My favorite. Yeah, I do think though, for me, it has to be, and it might be quite a controversial opinion. It might just be the Prime Axe.
Wow, that's wild. That's like one of the first ones.
Yeah, man, it's kind of a niche pick, but you know, it looks clean. It does the job. It's pretty nice. I do also the knife I use is the Artisan, the foil. It's the Battle Pass set. Doesn't look particularly too fancy, but God, I love it.
It looks great. It's like a rapier, right? It looks really, really cool. And then, yeah, they're gonna go ahead, by the way, without difficult, which is gonna make things indeed difficult. I can't. I'm sorry, guys. It's too easy. Okay, like literally, I know I don't want to beat a dead horse, but legit, it's just too funny to say.
It's too easy. I'm not blaming you. Use that all you want, but that's gonna make it a bit more difficult for them. What would your knife be, very quickly, just before we jump back in?
I want Xeno Hunter, but I don't have it, so I cycle between Champion's Karambit, Celestial, and RGX Butterfly, but if I had to narrow it, I really like Celestial. I don't know why, it just it flows nice. It's really nice here. And yeah, oh, hold up. Yeah, it's looking so tough here. And difficult here, we know, is just sitting in spawn. That's a free 200 creds too. As well each round, because they don't have that econ bonus as well yet, I don't think.
No, they won't until he becomes an alt orb in the sky, so that is an extra alt point for the for Crimson side as well, assuming they can get to it. But who knows, maybe Fade decide, I seen in the text chat, no, I'm gonna go demon mode. Let's see it. Mizmez already starting off with one. Beat him underneath, but Donger's able to get him through the Cypher cage. And I mean, it's a 1v.
Oh let's go, Plants Mario.
I was going to say it's a 1v3, it is not, as a 1v2. But the Bremel's gonna get.
Yeah. Not gonna go easy on him, just because it's a 4v5. You know, we have that ult, we're gonna rip it. But now this is good. Difficult has abandoned the match, so they're gonna be able to get. I think WaVe is gonna be able to take advantage of that ult orb. Oh wait, no, he's still there. The character model's still there.
Oh no, that is that's quite a nightmare for them. Yeah,
because there's only 2 rounds remaining, given if they can't get their stuff here. And of course, this round is looking dire. They're down a team member and basically got a sheriff this. So I don't know what's sheriffs and classics, honestly. Maybe get a Bucky here for some.
Yes, Plants Mario, kills. My guy.
Yeah, my Plants Mario knows.
Bucky King. Very scary as well, because I just want to say, like, I mean, you're completely correct. Like, all the stuff that they're missing. Plants Mario is 6 out of 7 for the Fatal. That's a Fatal that they just don't have. Which they would normally. Now, Rez is able to get the pick onto Luck immediately. Actually, Luck was able to get all the way around in Tower before Rez got behind him. That was interesting. I want to see how that would have went in the highlight reel. But now it's going to be an explode onto B side, beat him with the immediate plan. The pre-fires into the smoke, stopping anyone kind of doing any sudden swings. And now it's post-plant situation. 3v5, 2v5. Well,
yeah. One enemy and yay! Plants Mario, let's go!
Let's go! Good man. Now he just has to do that 4 more times, and all good.
What? Where is the eye? That was really funky. I'm not sure where it was.
He was shooting the little stalk of the eye. The eye was a bit higher up, so he couldn't see the eye, which is actually pretty lucky for him, because it meant he could do that crazy spray down.
Yeah, that could have been really good. It's very hard to control the spray, because at some point after several bullets get fired, it basically becomes RNG of where the rest of the bullets will fly. So you kind of have to just pull down and hope, but
pray.
And pray. But had it worked out in their favor in the best possible conditions, I mean, that would have been sick. Speaking of best possible conditions, I think Crimson has the best possible conditions to win, as we've just been reiterating over and over here.
Oh, very smooth. Smooth.
They are going to. It's gonna be tough. It's like Mizmez knows Rez is there, but like we know that Mizmez doesn't. They're just kind of pre-firing at an angle. But Rez is just being patient, having some of the due diligence just to wait a little bit before they kind of put some pressure here.
That ult not going to connect onto anyone because no one's actually on site, and Rez getting the timing on the Plants Mario, and Mizmez as Mizmez is firing. King swings into I'm Terrible and Difficult, and it is Luck in a 4 versus 1 retake. Gets 1, gets 2.
Is the ult even good here? I don't even think it is. I actually don't. I don't know.
You might as well use it, I think, but I agree with you. It might be better just to keep the Vandal out.
The feast or famine is the best description of this, because sometimes you feel like a boss when it lands, sometimes you don't. So I don't know if it's going to be able to clutch this out with 32 health left. Not wall bangable, and yeah, just that's tough. Like big GG, well played there. I mean, from both teams. As a commentator, I had a really good time watching this, and the Fracture game did get really close. And I think had their obviously difficult not had left, that would have looked very competitive a bit more. We could have been maybe seeing a 13-8 or something like that, or even like a whole new map on the third one. So, but regardless, that
guys,
was
pleasure playing.
yeah, pleasure playing. Good stuff. We got a lot of
GG.
practice in, and I think we get
Honestly,
the
it was a bit
luxury. I'm gonna mute them because some of this like, I need to just so I could state my point. You know, we've commentated together twice. I've commentated for 3 times now, but every time I've gotten to see Crimson. So like I think where I'm starting to see the team synergy come through with many of the consistent legacy members that they have. So, you know, Donger, Rez, and stuff like that. So it's really nice to see that. So again, I'm more than excited to if they do another one of these scrims, and I'm available to be able to commentate that. And strong showing from WaVe. Unfortunate mishap on Fracture, but still they did their best and put up a fight, and they tried to fight Crimson on what seemed to be one of their more proficient maps here on Icebox. So for those who have to fight Crimson next, that might be a potential ban you must consider.
Absolutely true, but I believe, unfortunately, that is us. I mean, had the internet issues not kind of prevailed, we might have moved on to map 3 being Haven, but that is us actually going to have to love you and leave you. It has been a fantastic time casting for you guys. We hope it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you to Ruin Kings for having us. I am Maddantekiller. Basically, all of my socials, everything like that is just Maddantekiller. I stream a lot of variety stuff, twitch.tv/Maddantekiller. My Twitter, Maddantekiller, all of that. And, well, Pryde, it's been an absolute pleasure, my man.
Hey.
And shill yourself, because I've enjoyed shilling myself.
Oh yeah, no, I would definitely show myself. So my tag is Pryde, but I stream under Pryde_live. I also run some scrims myself amongst my friends. You know, these guys are immortal and stuff. My friends are still learning, so we're gonna, you know, we have scrims between all different levels from bronze up to like ascendant. It's a good time, so stay tuned for that if you want to potentially see them when we do drop those. That's Pryde_live on Twitch. But I also stream other things too. I stream fighting games and other things too. So stay tuned for that. But otherwise, I guess lastly, you can find me on Twitter at @PrydeBrendan. That's my first name. Yeah, you can see what I'm up to there. But thank you guys once again so much for being able to be here in chat, like engaged within the matches, enjoying our commentary, and enjoying the gameplay. So until then, thank you guys very much.
Thank you all so much. Take care.
Thinking back, drop the classic, to establish that the magic, it's automatic. Got a master, who was at it? Living legend, lethal weapon, mastermind, never tired. Tell them all.
Big dreams, I got big dreams since like baby. I've been joining forces with the likes of an A-team. Jumping off of buildings used to be so stimulating. Now I'm reaching new heights, I'ma need the off-whites. Play with